We may be on. I don't know. 11 past the hour. I'm trying to tweet out the link to watch us. It was gonna. Your mics are on. Your mics are on. We're live, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it. Stop spinning.
Yeah, it's
Hello.
it's
Hello.
not gonna be good though. It's gonna be a rough go.
At least you're coming through clearer than you were before.
Yeah, it's just not gonna happen. I don't think today's gonna happen. But the chat's going on. So right now I see
What?
Before, when they get to Tatooine, right, and they walk into the town, and Jar Jar steps in poop.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, there's poo on me." Very shortly before that, R2 steps in poop.
Mm-hmm. It's called,
Does he react?
It's called
He
foreshadowing.
doesn't react at all. No, that's exactly what it is. It is foreshadowing.
He rolls through it.
He rolls right through it. I remember seeing it on the ground. I'm looking at it. I'm like, "There's poop there," but Jar Jar's already ahead. What's happening? Why is there poop? And I watched, and like R2's coming towards him. I'm like, is he going to go around the poop? Is it like a subtle thing where it's like this robot is smarter than this living being and it's going to go around the poop? But no, he just rolls right through it. And it made my day.
Because
That's interesting. Yeah, like it's just like I don't think a robot would care.
I think 3PO would.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, so I stepped in poop. I stepped in the poop.
What else did you find in your rewatch?
I noticed how many scenes end with an awkward silence. Like there's so much of like somebody will say something and it'll be the last line of the scene, and then instead of cutting, they will like cut to another shot of another person in the scene just going, and then they'll cut. It's like George called cut like 3 seconds too late every time.
That's kind of true. It's like Mason Yoda, and I feel like there's a lot of that where they're just looking at each other, which I would say is like, oh, Yoda's CG. I'm like, no, originally he's a puppet, so at least Samuel L. Jackson has something to like talk at and hear. So I don't know.
Yeah, very strange.
Heidi says all I hear is Andrew talking about poop, which is what he usually talks about.
That's right. Welcome to Where's the Poop?
Let me see. There it is. I see it now.
The Bearded Trio 25 little known facts about Star Wars Episode 5 The Empire Strikes Back. How about that?
Little known facts. Is this one of those videos
It's not a video.
where they say,
You know, it's an
okay.
article. I don't do clickbait videos. I do clickbait articles,
good.
and that's why I'm
I
only,
didn't do clickbait.
I'm only on I only go to wegotThiscovered.com. All right. Do you guys want to know these facts?
Yeah.
All right. Bearded Trio. Check them out. Every once in a while, I am recognized as a top fan on their Facebook page. And I pride myself. The only time I was ever happy to be a top fan of anybody was the Goofy movie. After Star Wars was released, George Lucas stopped doing publicity after a few interviews. Too many people were bringing scripts to his door and asking for money. So, not really about The Empire Strikes Back, but fair enough. That would be annoying, though. Oh, you just made this huge movie. Can I have $100,000? No, you can't. The very early stages of The Empire Strikes Back, it was simply referred to. Do you guys know what the original early title was?
No.
So this would
Like
be
the code title?
No, like he's the first draft of the screenplay, second draft of the screenplay. What do you think he would have called it?
I'm going to guess something like something really cheesy like Star
I
Wars
wouldn't think
Volume
too.
2.
Don't think too deep because it's not. Don't forget, it's not A New Hope yet either. It's just
Yeah,
that movie's still Star Wars. It's not A New Hope at
yeah.
this point.
So I think it's something big like Star Wars Volume 2, Vader's Revenge, something really
Vader's
cheesy like that.
Revenge.
Yeah.
Brock, any guess?
Shattered mind's eye.
Splinter of the Shadow's Eye. Actually,
Yeah.
it was just Star Wars Chapter 2.
Ooh.
You were close with Volume 2. On the first page of an early outline for Chapter 2, George Lucas had notes that said, mention lost sister trained Jedi. Luke learn of plot, empire must be destroyed, restore the Republic. So in the early drafts, in the early outlines, there was a lost sister of Luke's who was training as a Jedi, or had to be trained as a Jedi, and Luke learned that the Empire must be destroyed and restore the Republic. So that's so they. I guess he merged Luke and the lost sister together.
You know, I'm kind of fascinated by that idea. I like the thought of in Empire, he finds out he's got a sister, but it's not just the convenient friend he has who happens to be a girl. Like she's out there somewhere, and it's about the plot becomes about him trying to find her, and then like finds her. That sounds really neat.
In a sense, it kind of makes more sense because I guess you could say New Hope is like the farm boy that tries to find meaning in his life. In a sense, it's not that deep, but you know what I mean. Like it's like he wants to get off Tatooine, so he does get off Tatooine, and perhaps they could work in like he didn't know his father, but he learns a little bit about it in the first one. So it's like, oh, by the by, you have a sister. I'm like, what? So, actually, yeah, like that makes a lot more sense. That like his next move should be, who am I? Like,
Yeah.
I don't in that, and also he's trying to find a new identity because everything he knew on Tatooine is gone. So it's like, yeah, that's interesting. I wonder what that would have been like. Oh,
Yeah. Well, who knows? In other notes, George refers to kyber crystals, which was also mentioned in drafts for the first Star Wars movie. There's also a new character in the rough notes, Bundin Debonin, Buffy, who is 3,000 or 4,000 years old. Buffy trains Luke and explains that you become a physical manifestation of the Force. Oh, you can become a physical manifestation of the Force, which might be what he was, which is where he was going with Anakin. And when you hear him talk about what his sequel trilogy would have been, he mentions it would have been a lot about midi-chlorians, and it seems like he kind of expanded on that with midi-chlorians.
Right. Interesting.
Oh, check this one out. This should be a trivia question one day. Listen up, Cardinal. Another character called Minok was described. He was the bad guy. He can manifest as a helpful friend and talk to trees. Minok was part human and part computer.
So it sounds like they split him into Lando and Lobot and just took away the trees.
Yeah. Hello, tree friend. Hello, my name is Treebeard. I'm an Ent. In one set of production notes, it was noted that the ILM studios in San Rafael, California, still required heating. Parts of the building were cold and other parts warm, apparently leading to sickness.
Oh no, we'll never know.
J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson, where are you on that one?
Hold on, we missed that one. Can you read it back?
Oh, you didn't get the ILM notes one?
We heard up to San Rafael and then you just cut out completely.
California still required heating. Parts of the building were other parts warm, apparently leading to sickness.
Ooh.
Yeah, and J.J. Abrams and Rian
Do
Johnson did
you
not establish.
have some? Do you have?
You sound like a T-Pain song right now.
Do you have set up that like it doesn't cut to you right now because it's just been like shots of Andrew just sitting there listening.
Okay, I switched it. Next one, number 7. George Lucas was dubious about having Ugnaughts or Hogmen, as they were referred to during development. George and Irvin Kershner
Great.
had an argument over them. George was worried that it would depict.
Do you have it set up?
What I said.
George was worried that it would depict small people as slaves. Kershner insisted that they are hogmen, not slaves. They're workers. We tried to make it work, but it just doesn't, because things happen. I don't know what's going on today. But thank you so much. It really means a lot to us. We'll be back again Friday with a hopeful working live chat. And until then, may the force of others be with you. You guys can just go. This is pathetic. It's probably going to run for like 20 minutes. Your mic's hot. No, your mic's dead. There's no music even playing. Mine's gone.